Parts of Queensland, Australia are now under 9 meters of water, and more rain is in the forecast. 3 people have died in the record flooding, and 200,000 people are still out of their homes. And now there are fears that the runoff from swollen rivers will wreak havoc on the fragile coral of the Great Barrier Reef. We're going to have more on the environmental impact of the flooding in just a moment, but first we're going to go to freelance journalist Tim Stackpool. He's in Sydney, Australia, by Skype. Tim, this is turned right now, as I understand it, into a major military operation.
Yes, indeed, Seamus. There is some good news, however. We've had no further fatalities in the last 24 hours as a result of these floods. Some more good news, the road to the north of Rockhampton has reopened. So what the military are doing they are flying supplies to the north of Rockhampton, and then those supplies are now being trucked in. There are also supplies coming in from the south. However, those are being transported into Rockhampton via barge. But yes, you are correct. These large Hercules aircraft are flying from Brisbane up to the north of the country, north of Rockhampton, and that's where those supplies are finally being delivered into Rockhampton, which is quite a relief for the local people. However, the river there is going to peak there within the next 24 hours. It will peak there at around 30 feet. It'll stay like that for about 2 days at least before the waters, Seamus, begin to subside.
Can you give us some more details, Tim, on the forecast for the next few days?
Well, what's happening, Seamus, is that the rain is not clearing. What happens is that perhaps it begins to subside, but the clouds certainly don't clear, and the showers come back again and again, and that's probably one of the most difficult things for the relief efforts that are there.
Yeah.
It's very hot, quite humid, and the other thing is that the wildlife is trying to take some refuge in higher ground. Most of that higher ground is some of the houses, so the houses are, of course, being visited by various types of snakes, some of them quite venomous. And within the streets, there are crocodiles as well. So the relief efforts are being hampered by that. One of the difficulties being is that you sometimes can't tell the difference between the crocodiles and the debris that's floating down the street. So very dangerous conditions indeed.
Yeah, boy, that's a complication. Okay, Tim, thanks a million.
You're welcome.